Hey everybody, Josh Sigurdson of World Alternative Media here, and globalist Treasury Secretary Mnuchin just slapped massive sanctions on China and Russia and other entities over North Korea. As Zero Hedge reports, in a move that is certain to infuriate China further and result in another deterioration in diplomatic relations between Washington and Beijing, moments ago the United States slapped both Chinese and Russian entities and individuals with new sanctions in the Trump administration's escalating attempts to pressure North Korea to relent and stop its nuclear program and occasional missile launches. The Treasury Department's Office of Foreign Assets Control said it would target 10 entities and 6 individuals who help already sanctioned people who aid North Korea's missile program or quote-unquote deal in the North Korean energy trade. The U.S. also aims to sanction people and groups that allow North Korean entities to access the U.S. financial system or helps its exportation of workers, according to the Treasury. The U.S. Department of the Treasury's Office of Foreign Assets Control, OFAC, designated 10 entities and 6 individuals in response to North Korea's ongoing development of weapons of mass destruction, violations of United Nations Security Council resolutions, and attempted evasion of U.S. sanctions. Today's sanctions target third country companies and individuals that 1. Assist already designated persons who support North Korea's nuclear and ballistic missile program, 2. Deal in the North Korean energy trade, 3. Facilitate its exportation of workers, and 4. Enable sanctioned North Korean entities to access the U.S. and international financial systems. Now, you won't hear us defend North Korea or those that work with them, but there's a bigger picture to this story. First off, China is indeed furious over these sanctions and has promised retaliation. As they've announced, and I quote, U.S. must immediately correct its mistake or suffer retaliation. This follows countless sanctions already put on Russia, which led to the Kremlin purging diplomats from the country. Of course, under Obama, countless Russian diplomats were purged from the United States. While China has stated that if the U.S. is attacked by North Korea, they have every right to attack in retaliation and that they will turn their backs completely on North Korea, this creates very eerie instability between China, Russia, and, once again, the United States. China itself put sanctions on North Korea earlier this year. North Korea, a country that can hardly afford to fuel jets, whose army is forced to eat grass and starve, a population slowly waking up, and the beginning signs of a rebellion starting to show, is far weaker than the mainstream media would like us to think. In fact, the U.S. missile defense program can immediately shut down missiles on takeoff in North Korea, so the real concern is unfounded. Meanwhile, an attack on North Korea would result in millions dead, including Seoul, the South Korean city most at risk, can be desecrated by a US-led attack on North Korea. Not to mention millions of enslaved people in North Korea being killed. It's all absolutely horrible, and Trump's recent fire and fury comment leaves us with no other recourse than to believe he's talking about dropping nuclear bombs on them. And I personally have spoken to people living in Seoul, South Korea, who say they are terrified that this escalation of verbal threats from the Trump administration is incredibly threatening their society. People are very scared about what this might entail for them because Seoul is very close to North Korea, and in the end, North Korea could obliterate them in a hail of missiles and fire and fury if the US were to do a preemptive attack on them. But reach US mainland? I think not. Trump's attacks on Syria, which narrowly missed hitting Russian planes, mimics Hillary Clinton's statements during the election where she wanted to put a no-fly zone in Syria, which would entail shooting down Russian planes in Syria. That's absolutely insane, but even Rex Tillerson has considered doing the same thing. While the media claims that Trump is working for Russia, the military-industrial complex under Trump is aggressing against Russia more than any previous administration, even since the height of the Cold War. The CFR cronies and warhawks in Trump's administration are pushing forward the world order that has been being created for about 100 years. And it's scary because us as individuals will be used as pawns to sacrifice for the king and the queen. Of course, Russia and China are both reportedly at the border of North Korea, ready at any time. With 150,000 Chinese troops at the North Korean border in order to allegedly take in refugees if necessary, and Russian troops at the northern border seen readying its navy, there is very little comfort found in this story. Again, people like John McCain, who thinks everyone that disagrees with him works for the Kremlin, is praising the Trump administration's military ventures, and this should concern everyone. Unfortunately, I don't think this is going to end anytime soon, but we will continue reporting on this insanity. Thanks for watching, everyone. Check the links below. GoFundMe, Patreon. We can't do it without you. Any donation is very much appreciated, especially as YouTube continues to demonetize and censor us to such a vast scale, especially with the Anti-Defamation League coming in the last week and flagging all of our content as alleged hate speech and terrorism, even when we're speaking out against hate and terrorism. Apparently, everything right of Mao Zedong today is hate speech, and we can't do it without you. It's really, we are being drowned in this, and we really do need your help, folks, because this operation goes 18 hours a day every single day, and without any monetary stability, it's really hard to keep this operation going. You can also check our Bitcoin address in the description and the comments, as well as on the screen for you to scan if you please. And also check me out at Josh Sigurdson at steemit.com. That's steemit.com, the future of social media, where you get paid in cryptocurrency, Steem that is, via the upvote and demand of your post. This really is going to drown the dinosaur social medias like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, etc. as they censor people and kick people off their platforms for thought crimes. But until next time, thanks for watching, everyone. This is Josh Sigurdson signing out from World Alternative Media. Find the truth, be the change.